What's up, you guys? My name is Mikey, and I'm really late on this thing. Not gonna lie. But anyway, here you go. Here's my life. I was born May 12th, 1998 in a state called New Jersey, and I've been living here ever since. My parents are named Monica and Michael, and that's actually where I got my name. My dad was a nurse at the time, and my mom was an occupational therapist who worked with kids who have special needs. I was a weird baby. I somehow figured out how to walk and talk way before I turned 1 year old, which I'm not sure if that made me special, but I guess that's a fun fact. Fast forward 2 years, I was sitting at the table and my mom noticed that my eye was looking all weird, so she brought me to the doctor, and it turned out that I had really bad vision and needed glasses really badly. And apparently as soon as I put on the glasses, I looked amazed at the world, like I could finally see. And my mom brought me to a store afterwards where I kept pointing out obvious things that I hadn't seen my entire life. Not long after that, my parents brought home another little kid named Sydney, and she's my sister. We never got along as kids, and I'm pretty sure we tried to kill each other off at some point, but now that we're older, we would do anything for each other. I was a pretty bad kid. I always found myself in trouble, and in kindergarten, if a kid did something bad, he or she would have to bring home a little red note to their parents. I got those all the time for various reasons, and one of which was during playtime where I took toy pliers and squeezed and twisted a kid's nose with them. There's something really wrong with me. I was actually so bad that my parents sent me up for karate, where they thought I could burn off a little energy. And that's actually where I ended up meeting my lifelong best friend, Liam. Our mom started talking, and he showed me a cool way to tie my shoes, and since then we really haven't stopped finding cool ways to do stupid things. I ended up doing karate for 8 more years, and I got my black belt, and I thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, in 2nd grade, I experienced one of the worst moments of my life. I remember coming home from school not feeling well and getting sick that night, but at this time of my life, I always got sick, so it was sort of a joke at this point. I woke up the next morning still not feeling well, and I ended up getting so sick that anything that entered my body was puked right back up. I couldn't hold anything down, and I actually kept track of how many times I got sick that day, and I'm pretty sure I lost track at over 100. My parents brought me to many hospitals trying to find out what was wrong with me, and it turned out that I had stomach ulcers. It was kind of a crappy 2 days with a tube up my nose going into my stomach, and I ended up losing so much weight from this that I was around 40 pounds at 7 years old. The only good thing that came from this was the discovery of my allergy to mushrooms and red dye. I was a huge nerd most of my life, and I still am. I read all the Harry Potter books, was obsessed with Pokemon, played Mario Kart all day, every day, and I had every game system you could possibly think of. I also was really into Legos, and I would build insane things for hours on end. I was never a huge sport kid, but I did play football and ran track, but I could never find something I truly enjoyed. When I was in 5th grade, I got my first camera, and I'm pretty sure that's where the obsession with film and photography came up. I was directing web shows with my friends and sister all the time, and as stupid as they were, I'm pretty sure I was just getting started. A year later, I met one of my best friends ever, Mike, Jim, and Annie, and together we started a YouTube channel called The Original Fiction. The reason we made a channel was because during our science class, we were assigned a project that allowed us to make a video for extra credit. We worked really hard on the video, and we couldn't get it onto an SD card because the file was too big, so the teacher told us just to upload it to YouTube. That ended up working, and we got over 110 on the project, which was probably our highest grade together that we would ever have. Anyway, after we made this video, we both realized how much we liked YouTube and started making videos together. After about 1.5 years of learning how to manage all this and all the stress that we were under at that young of an age, we realized that watching movies and playing video games was a little bit more fun, and in order to stay friends, we should stop making videos. I made this channel on March 17, 2013, calling it Mike is Average, after pondering over usernames for many hours on my bathroom floor. For some reason, over 1,000 people subscribed to me in my first month of YouTube, and when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I decided to make a music video to a song called I Love It by Icona Pop, simply because I liked the song. Well, the next day I went into school and kids started saying a lot of crap to me about it, and it got to a point where I didn't want to go to school anymore. I'm now leaving the school after realizing that I could be happier somewhere else. After about 1 year on YouTube, I met a kid named Luke Horns, and I had actually looked up to him for a really long time, and about 2 weeks before an event called Playlist Live, he called me and asked if he could crash in my hotel room, and since then we've been inseparable and really good friends. Little unscripted note, thank you guys so much for what you guys have done for me and the amount of support and love that you guys give to me. I really genuinely could not ask for anything more. Love ya, and peace out. See you guys later.
Drop it low like they did it in the 90s. Like they did it in the